on the NES, video number 1. R, F, E, G, E, F, R. Well, it's finally happened. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 on the NES. This is being played as part of the Cowabunga collection, the Ninja Turtles Cowabunga collection on the Nintendo Switch. This is a game I used to own. I beat it probably 24 times. I beat it with every turtle. Actually, I think I played as Donatello and didn't play as anyone else because, let's be honest, except for Donatello, all the other turtles are the same. I will not defend this game, but I will play it again for the first time in 2.5 decades. So we'll see how it goes. I know it won't go well. Don't worry, I will be playing the actual arcade game in a separate video. This is just to establish the basics. This is basically just me revisiting the game the way I played it, and then we'll go and see the real McCoy in a separate video. But you definitely deserve to see the original game that I played. I did play the arcade game, obviously, so I knew what I was getting into playing an NES port. Now, I liked it quite a bit as a kid, but, you know, I was a kid. What did I know, really? This game always had good music. It's a Konami game. Of course it has good music. All the turtles are the same. Apparently, Donatello's attack is a bit of a longer range. Maybe it makes a difference. I don't think it's going to make a difference. In the arcade game, Raphael's a roll kick. It is not present here on the NES version. Don't worry about it. It won't make a difference. And I will establish the basics before we begin. We're not really on a timer. This is a very good conversion of the arcade song right here. Okay. Regular hit does 2 hit points of damage. Jump kick does 3 points of damage. And the standing jump attack right here does 4 points of damage. So that's the attack you're going to want to do more than any of the others. There's no shortcut for this that I'm aware of. Well, if there is, it's probably an enhancement. That's all you need to know. Jump and attack, and there's a jump attack if you press B and A at the same time. That's it. That's how you play this game. We're not really on a timer, and Splinter isn't cajoling us to hurry, so I guess we'll be okay. That's really all you need to know. We're just going to do this for about half an hour. This right stick is not a very helpful position. Oh well. Ow! Hit detection's a bit wonky, so we'll have to abuse it a bit. There is the ability to turn off the flickering. We'll play a version of that game later. We'll play a version of this game later with no flickering and no sprite, no slowdown. Because this flickering is pretty bad in this game. It has a very good fire effect for the NES, if I'm being honest. I would say it's a pretty good fire effect, generally speaking. Super NES games have a fire effect that looks that good. Whoops. Sorry. Back. Sorry. Of course I hit the wrong buttons. I remember there was a review of this game in Video Games Computer Entertainment. They loved these big balls. They're like, oh, it's a great effect, those big balls. I'm like, okay, it's a very nice looking black sphere with a white highlight on it. It's a very nice effect, I guess. I think the fire effect is the best looking visual in this entire game. What's up? What just happened? Bit of a bug. Don't remember that on the original NES game. Remember, this is a game I used to own. So I don't remember that bug being there. Now again, why am I doing this constantly? Because it one-shots every enemy you face. You could do jump kicks. But why bother? Remember, strongest attack in the entire game. Ow. Careful! Ah! Saw that coming too. And jump kicks are quicker, or like a dive kick, so quickest way to get down. The blue guys hit you with knives. I think the white guys have swords. I'm trying to remember. Ow! Bastard. This may not look like much now. This game was hot stuff when it originally came out on the NES. Because the arcade game was a smash. Like it was like 4-player co-op on a big old cabinet. Ninja Turtle Mania was still at its peak. That's the reason why people love this game so much. It's like, well, the Power Rangers never got a video game either in the arcades or on consoles that matched the popularity of the show in this country. But this game matched the popularity of the show when it came out. Obviously, Pokemon was big before the anime. The anime was big because the video game just came out, I would argue. See what I mean? Just do this over and over again. Trap him in a corner, even better. Missed. Get over here. So again, if you trap them in the corner, you can just whack them all in once. It's a pretty good digital voice sample there. One shot. Yeah, the machine gun guys. They shoot at a downward angle because, you know, it's a brawler. It's a belt-scrolling brawler. We're gonna have to jump kick this guy. Oh yeah, jump kick and get out the way. Ow! Ow! What? Another bug. Okay, something's going on with that. Yeah, you can't do that. He's just gonna kick you to counterattack. Ow. Wait! Seem to be a few bugs. Ow. Okay, this is... I wonder if that got fixed. I wonder if that got patched out of the game. Yeah, there are bugs. Okay, there might be problems. Yeah, there are bugs. I don't remember those bugs in the original NES game. Okay, it wasn't invincible long enough. Yeah, he's blanking, that means he's almost... Okay, these bugs are gonna be a problem. I'm gonna have to back out of the game if that keeps happening. We'll beat this guy. Okay, that's... I don't remember these bugs being in the game. Is the secret to cross them up with the dive kick? Like that? Yeah, like that. Ow. He's almost dead. Got him. Like how you both try to head for the window to try to intercept them. We both head for the window at the same time. That's kind of cute. You might have to stop the video once we get to the skateboarding lady. Suck it. Yeah, your enemies have a few invincibility frames after you stun them with that regular attack. Like I said, the jump attack one-shots them. Ow! Where is she? She's coming up. Of course, you can hit the parking meter. Boom. See? Simple stuff. Oh yeah, you can also hit them with the sprinkler. So you can hit with the sprinkler. Whoop! Guess you can. Screwed that up. There's the sprinkler. There you go. Hope you appreciated that. Not close enough, dog. Get me. So if you time it right, you can knock these guys out basically as soon as they spawn. Where's the skateboarder? Yeah, don't forget about those guys. Dynamite throwers. Of course, those explosions are kind of small, but you know, this isn't an arcade game. Gotta work with the hardware you got. And 2 players on the screen at the same time. So it is what it is. In fairness, this is not a terrible way to convert the arcade game to the NES. This vintage 1982 hardware that was designed to play Donkey Kong. Whoops. Did it again. Hit me. Idiot. Okay, where is she? Haha. never gonna not do that. It's a nice touch. Absolutely did not need to be in the game, but it's the kind of thing that I'm kind of glad they kept. That was completely superfluous. Like, it's a nice touch. Yeah, the boomerang throwers. Gotta have a vertical scrolling area like in Streets of Rage 2. Of course, where do you think... Actually, Streets of Rage did have this. They might have gotten it from this game. Did Double Dragon have vertical scrolling areas? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, it wasn't a huge deal at the time, but it broke up the monotony of constantly scrolling to the right, I suppose. And it's a slightly tighter area that you had to traverse, so there is that. Remember, it's the little things back then. Yeah, you can whack those boomerangs if your timing's right. So I don't know what was up with those bugs. Maybe they disappear once I left the fire stage. Weird. So we're seeing lots of flickering, obviously, because this is an NES game. This is authentic NES flickering that's being correctly emulated by this software. But I think remember there's an enhancement to actually turn it off. So if you want to remove the flickering, you can. I'll probably do a playthrough where I do that. This game can be pretty tough later on, because like I said, the enemies move a lot faster, and the hit detection's not great. It's possible this game is way more fair than the arcade game was. Ah, careful. Ow. Ow! Don't fall into the hole. Being punched to the hole was always fun. Two. Remember, you're trying to cross them up. 3, 4. Crap. 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ow. 10, 11, 12, 13. I do like the splat they give you on the wall when they punch you. 15, ow. See, that's nice. 16, 17, ow. Ow. 18, 19, 20, 1. Darn it. Ah, got me. See? 21. Ah, come on. 3. You're not supposed to wait until he shoots. 4. 25. That was a double. What? More. Like 25, then a swing. So like 26 jump kicks and a swing. So like 81 hit points, probably. Love this music, which was not in the arcade game, I believe. So they added this music for the NES game. Yeah, just stay here and just keep whacking at them. So you stay here on the sewers, and any enemies that are above you on Yeah, any enemies that are above you on the concrete, you can whack them before they jump down into the water. I think that was just... What? Forgot about the missiles. No missiles on land. Yeah, work on the... Yeah, you gotta practice the distance. Oh, yeah, we gotta hit these guys. Come on. Ah! You gotta whack them as soon as they show up. You wanna take one hit. I couldn't hit him. That was weird. Yeah, that's how you get them. We gotta jump kick them. Yeah, we gotta do the jumping attack. That's all of them. Suck it. Ah! Jeez. These guys can hit you from an angle. Any missiles down here? Ow! Bastard. Hammer Brothers. Hammer Toes. Hammer Toe Foot Soldiers. Yeah, look out for that jump. Look out for that downward strike. That Link downward strike. There are missiles here somewhere. Got him. Wrong way. Yeah, my timing is off. My button timing is off. What? Try to jump kick him. Not dead yet. Got him. Ow. Got for the bamboo shoots. Yeah, once you whack them, they get a few invincibility frames. You can also take out the missiles for points or something. Ah! Okay, this game has bugs. I don't remember that being in the NES game. If you want points, you can keep whacking these, I guess. Okay, we just got around it. Yeah, the missile's still here. Come on. Yeah, my timing is way off on my jump attacks now. I don't know what's going on. What? Well, that solves the problem. I think there might be bugs here. So I think I'm going to have to download a patch. Didn't know it was going to be a thing. I mean, you think I would have accidentally discovered that bug if I owned the game for as long as I did. I'll be honest, it was one of the first NES games I ever sold back in the mid-2000s when I found East Starland out in Fairfax. My jump attack isn't working. That could be a problem. There it is. Maybe it's like jump then attack, not just jump and attack at the same time. So I probably have to fudge it. You have to roll your thumb from jump to attack. I mean, the input lag seems about right. Extra life. So that's why you want the points. 200 gets you that extra life. Yeah, it's jump then attack. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Come on! Stupid. 15? That is lame. $16. 17, 18, 19, 20, 1. Might be 22 of those jumping attacks. About 22 of those jumping attacks seems to work. Tonight I dine on turtles. So first, okay, well I guess he got away. So I guess he got transformed into a fly after dropping those mousers. And this was not in the arcade game, of course. This is one of the new stages they added, which just makes the game even more interminable. And just like in Gradius, you gotta dodge random rocks. Yeah, everyone's favorite part of the Ninja Turtles arcade game, dodging random environmental hazards. Randomly spawning environmental hazards. You have to watch for their shadow, but it's real. You can't really move quickly unless you jump kick. At which point you're closer to the top of the screen where the ice blocks fall. That can't be a good idea. A little bit of parallax scrolling up here. Check out the skyline in the back. It scrolls at a different speed, which again is a big deal on the NES. Yeah, so it's a nice little trick. I think it's called horizontal interrupting. Okay, so two jumping swings knocks them out of their snow camouflage. Ow. But I think two jumping swings knocks them out of the snow camouflage, and two more kills them. Memory limitations, I think, might prevent more than one kind of enemy from appearing on screen at once. So is it always the same type of enemy that attacks you in these mobs? Like, is it always, boomerang throwers in one mob and always, shuriken throwers in the second mob and always snowmen? Like, they never mix up the two, right? Because, again, memory limitations might determine what kind of AI fits into the memory of this console. Because if you have two different kinds of enemies, it means you have to develop the AI for all the different types of enemies that appear on screen at once. I wonder if that's a thing. Yeah, because so far every mob has been the same type of enemy. They just all spawn in a group. And you can see as I move to the left or right, the enemies back away from me. As I do that, the enemies kind of move to the left or right to stay a certain distance away from me. So that seems to be a bit of an AI trick. Remember, after they take a hit, they have a few invincibility frames. Ow. Homing missiles. That might be the safest way to deal with them, is just jump kick. If you get behind them, you can hit them with the jumping slash. It's all based on timing. You might be able to take out the missile and hit them simultaneously. Alright. Those guys are harder to deal with than the foot soldiers, I would argue. But the foot soldiers are, ow! They're faster. How could I possibly have avoided that, by the way? Yeah, I don't think there was any way I could have avoided that. You can see the shadows before they drop, but you can't really move fast enough to dodge them. You just have to hope you're not in the right... You just have to hope you're not there when they start falling. Like, keep moving. Yeah, great strategy. Well, hold on. Okay. So the game broke again. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, there is a way to manipulate their AI to kind of force them to attack before they move up into your plane. Like if you're above them or below them, you might be able to manipulate them so that they don't move up to where you are right away. Don't remember this guy's name. He was not in the cartoon, I don't think. Whoop. 1, 2. Ah. 3. Most of the bosses are the same. 4. Ow. 5. 6. 7. Ha ha! Got him before he can grab it. It's all in the timing. 8. An extra swing. 8.5, we'll call it. 9.5. Whoop, got me. Another bug. 10.5. 11.5. Ah! The bug got me. 12.5. 13.5. Ah, it's another bug. That was another bug. 14.5. 15.5. 16.5. These guys aren't hard, they're just sponges. 17. Okay, that was lame. 17. Missed. 18.5. Guys are all the same. It drives me nuts. 19.5. 20.5. 21.5. Okay, that was lame. 22.5. 23.5. 24. Ah. 25. 26.5. That was lame. 27.5. 28.5. 9.5. 30. 31.5. 32.5. That was lame. 33.5. 2 more to go. 34. Come on. 35.5. These guys are just hit sponges. They're not hard. It's just that they're interminable. And I'm jump kicking all the time because that's the safest way for me to deal with them. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that was a villain of the week. Everyone always complains about the weather, but you actually did something about it. Hit him with the cones. Every speedrunner strat ever. Love those sound effects. Rubber cones sound like aluminum. I'm hitting him with an oak bow. I'm hitting plastic cones with an oak bow. I mean... And by the way, the manual says it's made out of oak. Think it might be made out of cedar? I mean, I'll let a weapons expert explain that. It's like you got stuck in the geometry, bro. You can also blow this up, in case you're wondering. Get me. I thought you could blow it up. Okay, that's lame. Get me out of here. I don't think we can blow it up. That stuff's breaking. Guess I thought we could break this, or knock it over. You can see my bow on the right-hand side of the screen. See that? Nice trick. There are a couple other games where that happened. You can also hit them with the sign if you're really good. Again, Konami did about, what, a dozen iterations of the Ninja Turtle theme song? This is one of the better ones. That car will leave the garage in a second. And where's the driver? Don't worry about it. It's one of them self-driving Tesla cars, I guess. Looks like it's from the 1980s, though, if we're being honest. Haha. Ow! Bastard. Okay, where's that car coming out? Ugh. That was gonna drive off. But one of these cars is gonna drive off. Turtles aren't very fast, except when you jump kick. Jump kicking's still the fastest way to get around. And you do that once you can get behind them. Why did I think... I could have swore one of these cars actually drove off. There we go. Oh, hit it. That was just careless. Now, obviously, due to the limitations of the hardware, that car cannot drive off with all these enemies on screen. Now, in the arcade game, that wouldn't be a problem, I would argue. Ah. See, it's always a thing where you kind of leave yourself open to getting whacked when you land from that jumping attack. It's probably why the jump kick's a better option. Why did I think that car was actually gonna... Yeah, the blue one's gonna drive off, I think. Yep, see? Called it. Yeah. You can't drive off while the enemies are on screen. Software limitations. I knew one of them was gonna drive off. Get me. Got behind me, too. Pretty good. I guess he's not driving off. I think the sign one-shots him. I can't remember. So I guess you use the jump kick to kind of get some distance. Then you use the jumping attack. Okay, one of these guys are going to fly out. That knew it. Ah! How did he dodge that? Hit him with a jumping attack, and he somehow dodged it and hit me with a machine gun. And remember, he aims at a downward angle. Because, you know, it's a brawler. Like, at least that cop from Final Fight was smart enough to shoot horizontally. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm expecting logic from my games about anthropomorphic Ninja Turtles. That! Broke it. Missed. Well, there goes my speed run. That was my speed run strat. Take them all out at once. Ah! We can just do this. Okay, that was lame. That's the hit detection that I'm talking about. You have to kind of finagle it so that you're more likely to hit the enemy when they're in range. In Final Fight, it's a lot easier to figure that out. Here, the hit detection is kind of wonky. So stuff like that constantly happens. Enemies will avoid... They'll, like, magically avoid your attack, and then they'll get behind you and punch you. Stuff like that. But it's a brawler. Their job is to, like, bob back and forth till they get within range. What? That was lame. 3. Whoops. That was 4. 5. 6. Jeez. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. Miss. 13. 14. Whoops. 16. Ow! 17. Ah, crap. Yeah. 18. 19 and a half. Call that 19 and a half. Ah. 20 and a half. 21 and a half. 22 and a half. 23 and a half. 24 and a half. Your aim sucks. 25 and a half. 27. 26 and a half. 27 and a half. 28 and a half. Darn near 30. Again, there's not a lot of strategy to it. I just had to get him in a corner, wait until he hit him with the... Stay in between his two energy balls, and just do the jump kick. You know, nothing complicated. Yeah, you do owe me one. You owe me several. You get kidnapped in every single one of these games. You and Splinter. You're all the worst. Let this answer the question. You didn't have to save April every game. You're saving an old man in every game, too. So it's not just about capturing princesses. It's about capturing old men. In this case, your father. So let the record show. Not every story had to be about rescuing a princess of marriageable age. It was either rescuing old men or young women of marriageable age. That's what this game was about. First of all, they're teenagers. So let's not go nuts here. April's clearly in her 30s. Well, probably 20s. Lost count. We're not ready for that conversation. We're too busy having nostalgia fixes. We'll have that conversation again during the other videos. Of course, when, what was it? When Shredder's Revenge came out, April's actually fighting with everyone else. She's fighting with a freaking TV camera. Haha! That was a background tile, I want to say. Curious how they made that work. I'm sure Displaced Gamers will do a whole thing about how they made that sprite work. Haha. This was always a good song. I would argue the NES version kind of cleaned it up. See, you saw that, right? I swung my bow and he completely avoided it. You gotta trap him. Gotta trap him in the corner. Gotta do the old good old-fashioned Street Fighter 2 corner trap. Yeah, you gotta do that corner trap, but you can hit him twice with one swing if you trap him in the corner. Some strategies never change. I'm sure someone did an Extra Life marathon where they played all these games, even though most of them are terrible. There's gotta be a pizza around here somewhere. Ah! See? Stuff like that. Like, I was sitting right in front of me and somehow I'm not making contact. That's the kind of game this is. Just super janky. Ah! I don't know if they punch you. They definitely throw those dynamite sticks at you. Got him. Like I said, it's just half an hour of this. Arguably an hour. There's another bonus stage after this one. Actually, I forgot where it is. It's a bonus stage with the in the dojo. Whoops. Again, why use anyone else? I mean, Donatello has the longest range. Might as well just use him. Does he even have a longer range? I'm sure you have to check the code just to make sure, because the collision detection might be a little bit different for him, I guess. Ow. It might just be fake news, just to be honest. I mean, maybe Donatello's attack range is no longer than anyone else's. Assume that even makes a difference. Did it make a difference in the arcade game? I'll have to find out. We'll answer the question when I get a chance to play that game. And I would make like a, what do you call it? I would make like a research, what would you call that? A data dump. Where I would test every turtle's move to see how much damage it does. Because I did that for Ninja Saviors, and I did that for Streets of Rage on the Genesis. It's on this channel. But that was where I finally figured out like how much damage each move does, like that kind of thing. But you don't have to do that in this game, because it's really easy to figure out. Each turtle has the exact same strength. Yeah, the question is, how long are these attacks? There's a bit of parallax scrolling going on because the highway moves at a different speed than the buildings in the background. These guys are fast. These guys are fast. Guess he choked me to death. No one punched me. That! Again, if I die because of that bug, I'm gonna have to rewind this game. Where's the freaking pizza? Again, the game's not hard. You just have to worry about the janky controls. Let's see, you can see that parallax scrolling up there. That got me. That's most of the challenge of this game, is figuring out if you're even going to make contact with your weapon, then making sure they don't sneak up behind you and whack you. Because if you whiff on an attack, you're going to take a hit. And it's not because you could have foreseen, not because you could have telegraphed it. Just because a hit you thought was going to make contact doesn't. I'll just take that L. Ow. Like you whiff on an attack because you think the sprite collision detection implies that it's going to make contact, and then it doesn't. Got the extra life. Every 200 points. Pretty sure I saw that in Superman 3. Suck it. By the way, you get 1 point for every enemy you defeat, so it doesn't really matter how you kill them. If they're dead, you get the point. That's it. I mean, there's no I'm fine with that system, by the way. Just that it seems weird to have a high score table. It's based simply on how many people you kill. And every enemy you kill is worth the same amount of money. It's weird. Sorry, I hit the microphone there. This is it. More parallax scrolling in the background. So again, nice touch. 2, 3, whoops. 4, 5.5. 5.5 brings him down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 brings him down. I call it 5.5 because I threw in a jumping swing. Stupid. Yeah, they will swing. Ow. Forgot about the boomerang. It's a Konami game. You have a boomerang in here somewhere. Well, Contra doesn't have a boomerang, does it? Okay, another bug. Here they come. 1, whoops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 brings him down. And then the game just sits here for like 10 seconds. Why? I don't know. You're not on a time limit or anything. Slick drive in April. There's players. Like I said, you're not just saving young women of marriageable age. You're also saving old men. That's how you do it. This game is starting to get boring, though, because there's about 20 more minutes of this, I'll be the first to admit. The plan was to do a whole walkthrough of this game. I guess I just did. Whoops, whiffed. Kind of a delay on that, but I made contact with all of them. Guess they have some iframes. Yeah, go up here. So I think they can still hit me with the throwing knives. They stay up top. They hit them when they land. Stay on the top. Stay on the top. Top of the zone. Then when they jump up, whack them when they land, like that. There are lasers on the bottom, so be careful. Because you know it's a Konami game. Gotta have laser gates, I guess. Ah, got me. They got range. Means we gotta use a jump attack. Ah, got behind me. There you go. If I stay up here on the top line, they have to jump up to get me. We hit them when they land. Like that. Get me. And they telegraph when they're going to transition to the background. Now, how do they do that? Because remember, there's only one background in this entire console. So I wonder how they do the plane switching here. Like, how do they jump from the foreground to the background like that? Like that. Very curious. That'd be something to check. Yeah, I'm curious how they fake that. Another Displaced Gamers video, I suppose. Ah! More bugs. But I escaped, which is probably what matters. Think we force them up here? Yeah, it looks like we can. Probably the safest. That's probably the safest place to be. Nope. Maybe it's not. Ah! Maybe it wasn't. Maybe that wasn't the safest place. They can just throw the. They can just chuck those up there. You gotta wipe them out with a jumping attack. Yeah, those Gradius ripple lasers are gonna be a problem. Got him. Nothing much. Who wants some? Whoops, sorry. Did it again. You suck. That might be the biggest disappointment of the game's porting, is that the explosions are really lame. Because in the arcade game, they were screen filling. Again, the kind of thing you figure you'd have to compromise on this hardware. Got 2 of them. If you time it right, you could probably get 3 of them. See, I knew that punch was coming. Again, sometimes the jump kick is the safest thing to do, because that gets you out of attack range, and it's quick. Pretty bad flickering there, but that's how the game does screen shaking, I suppose. I think 2 jumping swings are needed. I do like how the music just cues back up as soon as these guys jump out. That's a nice touch. Okay, let's do jump kicks. Ow. Maybe just stop just because. Just to give you a chance to get up instead of shooting you while you're down. I guess Dimension X AI isn't so great, even though it's run by a living brain. The AI isn't so great. Dimension X is run by Krang, right? Anthropomorphic brains. Just the brain's gotta work on their AI. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I remember in the Nickelodeon version of the show, they made all the Krang robots into Agent Smith clones from the Matrix, which is an interesting touch, I admit. It's admittedly more conspicuous. I mean, as dumb as it looks, at least having corporate suits is a bit more conspicuous than it's a bit less conspicuous than having like ninjas roaming around the middle of New York City with purple outfits. Ow. Okay, that was just lame. Jeez. See, again, how did he avoid that jumping swing I just did? Stuff like that. There's a lot of that in this game, unfortunately. Just dumb stuff. It's like, how did they avoid that? You know, there's no way to know because the collision detection's so bad. Like, it's sort of competent for a brawler of this vintage, but it's kind of annoying. The easiest way to avoid this is to stay on the top plane up here. And just avoid the one laser that hits the top, that aims for the top line. Stay in between them. Okay, 3 jump swings. I can just avoid this guy entirely, but whatever. I want the extra. I want that 1 point I get for freezing him. There's my pizza. Only 1 slice. Okay, how many? We got 30 jump kicks on this guy. Careful. That! More bugs. 1. Ah. Got the pizza at least. 2. Again, nice touch. They have these little cartoony touches, which are nice, I guess. 2, 3. Might miscounted. 4. 5. 6. Yeah, I'm trying to cross him up so that he can't punch me as soon as I land. 7. 8. 9. My thumbs are getting really blistered from doing all this crap. 10. Been doing this for an hour. 11. 12. It's got a slightly larger sprite than the other bosses, I guess. 14. I'm at a lost count. 15. Ow. 15. That was lame. 16. 17. 18. 19. Ow! Bastard. Ah. Ah, took a hit. 19, I guess. 20. 1. 2. Might have 12 more to go. 23. 24. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Guess I was wrong. 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. Ow. 5. 36. 37. Call that 39. 40. That flame does not last very long. 41. 42. Got 10 more to go, I guess. 43. 44. That flamethrower freezes me, so you might be able to get an extra swing on me. 45. Once I'm frozen like that. Once he stun locks me, he can probably hit me again. 45, I guess. 5, I guess. 6. 7. These things are endless. I mean, they're rock soldiers, right? In the arcade, in the TV show, you couldn't do that, obviously. 49. 50. 1. 2. 5 more to go. That was lame. 3. 54. 55. 56. 56. 57 jump kicks. Freaking Lord. And we save Splinter again. You're welcome, old man. Anyone else we not need to save? This is a bonus stage. 57 jump kicks to kill one boss. So imagine if I had to do like just regular attacks. Quick math, kids. What's 57 times 3? Well, it's 50. 50 times 3 is 150 plus 21. So 171 hit points on that guy. Again, that was fuzzy math. Ow. Jeez. So again, 57 times 3 is equal to 50 times 3 plus 7 times 3. So it's 150 plus 21. So it's 171. It's that fuzzy math all you kids. It's that new fuzzy math all the kids are talking about. 57 jump kicks. I mean, seriously. You have to kind of trap these guys in a corner. Or maybe just jump kick them constantly. Yeah, if you can trap them in a corner, you can pin them against the side. Yep, that's the corner trap. I saw that hitch. I saw that bug. Again, I don't know why I'm teleporting to the top of the screen from the bottom of the screen like that. It's driving me nuts. I have to suspend this video. I don't think I can go another half hour with this. No stage select, huh? I thought there was a stage select code. Actually, I want to say there's a 10-man code for this game. Might be the Konami code. I don't remember. Okay, some of these floors break. And we can trap them against this lantern right here, if you're good. But they can also punch me through it, which is not great. We can also limit their movement a little. Hey, that's cute. Go splat against the lantern. Okay, what was that about? Seriously. Screw you. That's some garbage, by the way. Again, the hit detection in this game is really lame. Hit me. If nothing else, I'm restricting their vertical movement by staying here on the other side of this lamp. Yeah, so that pins them against the lamp so I can focus on this corner. Strategery. Hit me. Yeah, whatever. See? That's how that works. Okay, we can bust this light. So we'll knock it out in a second. That flame. How do you get around me? Loser. Ow! See? They just move down a little bit and hit him with a jumping slash. Nice. Careful. Yeah, in this tiny area, we can limit their vertical movement a little bit. Maybe. Or so I thought. Hey! What was that about? Taking a lot of dumb hits. Whoops! Forgot about those. Jump scares. Here, the reason I'm staying up here is that the floor sometimes has holes in it. Whoop! I saw that. Another bug. You have to hit him in the nose. You gotta punch him in the nose. Got me. Can't do a jump attack on him? Nope. Hit me. Hey! Okay, how was I supposed to avoid that? Okay, that's the kind of game this is. Come on. Yeah, you gotta punch him in the nose. Again, how could I avoid that? Just jump over him, I guess. This is a pretty big sprite for the NES, just so you're wondering. There's only one of them on screen, which is the other thing. Okay, so that worked. Another one coming up. Okay, that hurt. That hurt. See if we can back him into a corner. Didn't work. Didn't work. I'd still be able to back him into a corner. Got him. Any more bamboo shoots? God, I hate these guys. Yeah, I don't remember how to deal with these guys. Yeah, those stinger. We have to hit him. We have to hit him on the nose. Yeah, we gotta hit him on the nose. Yeah. Yeah, doing the jump attack is really tough on these guys, as I recall. Because their collision box is too low to the ground, I think. Okay, he's dodging. He was dodging my swings. See? He's dodging those. Guys are always annoying. Yeah, you gotta do a corner trap on him. Hit him in the nose and back him into a corner. Yeah, that's how you do it. Yeah, there's gotta be some more bamboo shoots around here, I thought. Eventually. Ah! Ah. Careful. Those jumping swings will get him, especially if you can back him into a corner. So again, nice touch, but these enemies are all the same. Like it's just a fancier introduction instead of just doing jump kicks onto the screen constantly. Got the extra life. Whoops. Whoops. We'll keep that guy trapped on the right side of the lantern there. That! Screwed up my timing. See? That works. I'll throw some more bamboo shoots. Jump kicked over that somehow. Hey! Saw that hitch. Got it. And there are no, like, screen-clearing moves where you, like, sacrifice a life to get people off of your cage. You can't do that in this game. Again, he just jumps over that. Ah, got around me somehow. So I got the extra life and the... Those are two really cheap hits. And I saw that. Again, more bug. I don't know what's going on with that bug. There's a boss here. Alright, 100 jump kicks maybe? We're going to do 70. Ah! That's 3, 4, 5. Ow. Ow. Ah! I might be able to trap him between those lamps, but the head is the problem. It's gonna take a while. Lost count, maybe 6. 7.5. 9.5. 10.5. 11. 12.5. Jeez! That is really freaking annoying. Got me. Maybe 14.5, I lost count. 15.5. 16.5. 17. That is just really annoying. 18, 19. That's 20. That's 21 possibly. Lost count. 22, I guess. 23. Yeah, it probably wasn't so bad. We just whack on them. I got about 25, I guess, on them. So why did that last dude take 57 jump kicks? Probably a less annoying boss. Does it take like more damage if it has the head or not? I do love this music. There's your cliffhanger. LSS. S. So we'll save that and come back to this in a second. Lord. This game's interminable. TMNT 2, video number 2 on the NES. Technodrome level. F, S, F, S, C, S, F. Technodrome. Let's kick... Yeah, we found the Technodrome. Thanks. We gotta find it. We're literally here. So the dojo led to the Technodrome. Don't ask me why. Well, I mean, why not? I mean, the arcade game, you beat, what's his name, you got the Technodrome. So those 2 added stages added more content, but they just made the game longer. Okay, it's like, yeah, there are more stages, but they aren't really that interesting. Okay, we're done. Ah! Forgot about that. You can't have those lasers in the middle of this mob fight. Ah, forgot that's an invincible downward slash. Now there's the whole thing where the colors of the characters, the colors of the enemies, have to be part of the color palette. The very limited color palette on this console, too. Ow! Crap. Keep forgetting those. Ow! Ah. Crap. Just stay close to him, I guess. Oh, for crying out loud. Ah. Again, there are about a dozen Technodrome tunes. This one's one of the more, like, urgent tunes. Like in Fall of the Foot Clan, there's a very low urgent Technodrome song. Does a great job of selling how just messed up this place is and how hard the fight's gonna be. But on the Super NES game, on Turtles in Time, the Technodrome's it's just heroic. We're charging in, we're gonna break everything in sight. like in the 5-part miniseries that started the cartoon show. It's like the Technodrome wasn't a dangerous place. It was a place where the Turtles get to show off a bit. So the heroic music shows up, and it's still like one of the most iconic action sequences of the era, as far as like kids' cartoons go, anyway. To the extent there were iconic action sequences for kids shows, that Technodrome fight with the robots was one of them in episode 2, Shredder Splinter. No, what was it called? What was that episode called? Episode 2? I don't remember anymore. It wasn't Turtle Tracks. Was it the Shredder? No, it's Enter the Shredder. Yeah, Enter the Shredder. Episode 2. Well, I'm sure there's a whole political discussion about having a story where the good guys just charge into a place and just completely wreck it. But arguably, that was the scene that made the Ninja Turtles into a phenomenon. Because I thought they were pretty, like... Episode 1 was pretty good for what it was. But yeah, that episode 2 was like, okay, they just run into the Technodrome, just wreck every robot in sight, and take out Bebop and Rocksteady in the zoo. Like, that whole thing was like, yeah, that's the Ninja Turtles. Like, that was where the phenomenon started, basically. Ah, got me. I'm also out of lives, too. There is a stage select code, in case you're wondering. Ah. Stupid downward slash. Ah, but that was a bug. Probably allowed me to escape, though. I don't know what's going on with that. Got me. Oh, what the? Bizarre. Again, how do you know if you're going to make contact? And the hit detection meter and the hit point meter isn't great either. Sometimes you can take 2 hits, sometimes you can take 3. It's hard to tell sometimes. Because the meter doesn't give you, like, discrete. The meter doesn't really give you discrete values. You're just approximating how much life is left. And you gotta have an elevator in a melee brawler, don't you? Yeah, you can't have a brawler without an elevator level. Stay on the top. It's easier to figure out where the balls are coming from. See? If you just stay on the top, it's easier to kind of gauge where they are. Pizza time. So all the pizzas are only one slice. There are no boxes. I mean, sure. Ah, stupid. But I needed that. Ow. Oh, come on! Okay. Another bug. If you attack them while they're shooting, they can't swat at you. Okay, bugged out again. I don't know what's going on with that. I gotta make a TikTok of that. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm sure other people know what I'm talking about. The turtle teleport. The turtle port. Unlike of course, in a fighting game, turtling means you stay in one place and don't just block and don't move. This is the opposite of turtling. It's just teleporting on the other side of the screen, doing a freaking yoga teleport like doll scene. The opposite of turtling. And I don't know what triggers it either. See, it's happening again. I have to figure out where that's coming from, because I don't remember that being in the original game that I owned. And I don't know if it's an emulation bug or what. That! How do you avoid that? There you go. Remember, when you got him backed up against the corner, you hit him twice every time you do that jump swing. Again, the entire game is like this. It's like, maybe you'll make contact like 70% of the time with these swings. And then the enemy gets like a half second of invincibility, and then you can hit him again. It's just kind of lining up your attacks that's the problem. It's not so bad. In a game like Final Fight, they make it easy. In this game, it's just kind of janky. Yeah. Couldn't do my corner trap there. There we go. There's your corner trap. Yeah. Second I trigger that teleport. That did it. Was it right down the middle of the screen? Yeah, I don't know what triggers it. Yeah, I'm holding down. Yeah, see, I'm doing it. I don't know what's triggering that. If I hold down to the bottom of the screen, I might teleport to the top. It's weird. It's been happening all throughout this video. And it gets me out of a jam if I'm fighting a boss, which is nice. But seems like a cheat. And it also happens when you don't want it to occasionally. And I'm out of pizza. Ow! It's 2 dumb hits. Oh, come on! You punched me in the middle of my dive kick. Some garbage. Again, I might hit him, I might not. He got behind me somehow. And now I'm out of lives. Bastard. So I'm holding down. Well, good luck with this one. Yeah. So where's the game send me? I have 3 continues. Does it take me from the beginning? Take me to the beginning, isn't it? Ah! Okay, so we'll come back and do this again. Okay, we'll come back later. But before we end the video, let me just, again, there's going to be like 10 more minutes of this, so We'll add it to the end. We already have our game saved with the extra life, so that's fine, I suppose. We have all of our points, so we can get an extra life at some point. But first things first. In the strategy guide, this game came out sometime in December, who knows when. Nintendo apparently isn't very good about determining specific release dates for their third-party titles, I suppose. And of course, it appeared in a newspaper advertisement at some point right around this time. We're just in time for Christmas. So you have a that is not the Konami code, but you get 10 lives. Which is what I use that code all the time when I own this game. There's a stage select code, which is always nice. Want to have it all? Yep. So you get 10 lives and a stage select. The Meat Lover's Pizza of codes. If you're playing the Japanese version, you have different codes. None of them are the Konami code. Be sure to select before start when inputting any of these codes, so you both get 10 lives in a stage select. Yeah, those guys at the bottom. I guess I hate them too. And before we'll end the video with some nonsense later. L, save, strat, con, screen, FB. Video number 2 for Ninja Turtles 2 on the NES. We'll be back in a second.